Do you want my...
See that picture? That's what happens to your face when it's a mongoose.
Everyone thinks because you're a zombie, you don't know good coffee. Well, they're wrong. There's only one brew that gets my seal of approval. Deadly Grounds coffee is my guilty pleasure. The aroma is so intoxicating. It brings all of my neighbors out of the woodwork. Deadly Grounds coffee. Coffee to die for and zombie approved. It's good to get a little deadly. Use the front door! Oh, they're so disgusting.
The Dorkening and all affiliated shows are not intended for anyone under the age of 18. The following may contain discussions or scenes that have adult situations, graphic violence, nudity, strong sexual content, and graphic language. This show is intended for mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised.
You're watching Tanner's Haunted Secrets
On the Outline Network.
What they say.
Dun, dun, dun.
There's a secret sound heading deep within the center of the earth. Until you listen closely enough, you can hear it. And it sounds like razors through flesh. We are merely here to turn up the volume.
Hello, and welcome to my corner of this freak show. Yes, I totally stole that from the Haunted Town Hall, and you can't do nothing about it. Today we have Ned from Haunted Town Hall. We've been waiting for him for a very long time, and yes,
just a few days.
In the picture, a few days. Yeah, no. Ever since I started this podcast, I have threatened him over and over. I will come to your house. And now he brings his house onto the podcast. And I'm very happy to have him. We have Friday with us tonight. And yes, like I said, Haunted Town Hall in Lafayette, Ohio. And let me just tell you, I love this haunt. I really do. There's a lot of haunts that I get to go through. But this is one of them. I can't wait to see what he has moved, what he has done. Ned, go ahead. Tell us a little bit about the Haunted Town Hall.
It's a 2-story haunted attraction in the original haunted town, or the original town hall for Lafayette, built in 1899. The building was used for the mayor's office, sheriff. There's a jail cell in there, fire department, playhouse. The entire upstairs was set up all open with a big stage where they used to have plays. And then over the years, the library was in there for a while. The school has used it. And then sold. Somebody used it as a house. Another guy bought it to live in, and then originally started the Haunted Town Hall with my former partner's brother at the time. And then after they shut it down, Dave and I reopened it 14 years ago. But we try to keep most of our theme is towards about 1920 to be the highlight of the building. And we try to incorporate most of the scenes from everything that it's been used for over the years.
That's awesome. And I'll tell you, going up to this building has always been a absolute mind-blowing sight. Because when we say that this is a beautiful older building, you cannot understand how beautiful this building is. Having a clock tower having the older windows. You swear up and down that when you enter the doors, you just feel all the wonderful historical um, events that have been there. And when I say historical, you gotta understand that Lafayette is almost a village where you can throw a football from one side to the other.
Yeah.
But it is a really beautiful building. Back then, man, they had some artistic talents into building buildings. So, what made you really want to open this up and start creating and absolutely just you want your haunt to be seen on a map?
Years ago, Dave Neff and our kids went to preschool and then all the way up through high school together. And Dave was doing the campgrounds at Indian Lake, and he asked us then to come and help. And I really enjoyed that. And then we did a couple years at the Indian Lake campgrounds, setting up, the haunted campsite. And then another campgrounds asked us to produce one at a house that they had on the property, and we did that. And they were supposed to take care of advertising and insurance, but they never advertised, and we don't know if they ever carried insurance. So then we thought, why are we doing this with other people? So we reopened the town hall and made it what it is today. I've always enjoyed the darker artistic side of it. Like taking a brand new room and then making it look like it's been there for 100 years.
Okay. Well, when you, like I said, when you come up to this building, it is pretty much the main attraction of the buildings around. And I say that because people have come down into that village and seen the building, and it says town hall on it. But you just look at it and you just know that that's not the active town hall, which I'm not even sure that you guys have an active town hall.
Yeah, it's actually down the road by the fire department, but
so I've got one person that wants to ask a question here. Do you think it might really be haunted?
Yes. A lot of personal experiences being in there years ago. And one story years ago, Dave and I, when we first reopened it, we were on the stage and working on installing at that time a vortex tunnel that we had. He's at one end of the tunnel, I'm at the other end. And we both heard footsteps, and him, without looking, he just asked where I'm going. And this was like midnight or something like that, really late at night there. And I looked at him, Dave, I'm standing right here, 15 feet away from you. So we both went and walked the building, locked the doors. That was my first encounter with hearing it. We've had the Scare Factor come out and do an investigation 2 years ago, I think it was, and they've got a few things. We had another group out, I'm going to say about 10, 12 years ago, Spats Paranormal come out, and they had some voice recordings. There's been other people talk about hearing things, seeing things. Some people say they see somebody in the bell tower windows late at night.
So I will point out, I get to guest act haunt there, and I love that building. One of the things is I can guarantee it was not paranormal when I fell down your steps. That's just me not being able to walk. But it is a very creepy feeling, and I know for a fact when you walk in there, you just get that eerie presence. And I'm not sure if it's all the artistic talent you have shown or if it's just a different kind of presence. And I think it's wonderful that, you know, you kind of get that added vibe to it. I mean, it's not you adding it, it's something else, but it's still there. So, for many, many years, it's been one of those haunts that, you know, it's hard to find, but GPS makes it easy, thank goodness. And I remember first time I went there, I went through the community and I said, well, this is interesting. And as soon as you get there, you know where it is. And one of the greatest things that you guys actually have is that you guys have a awning for your queue line for the people that are waiting.
Yeah.
So what else is there about this haunted house? What other activities? Because I know that you have a escape room.
Yes, we have a 5-minute escape room called Escape the Speakeasy. It's a, I don't know, pretty detailed scene of a speakeasy. Because when you first enter it, there's a brief scene of like an apothecary before you actually enter. So it's hidden, as a speakeasy would be. I don't know if most people notice the apothecary as they're walking in, but you're going in behind that. And I don't know, seems to be an interesting game. I've yet to play it myself, but
I'm really actually surprised that you've had this speakeasy for a couple of years now, and you've not. And it was something else before the speakeasy, wasn't it?
Yes, it was Containment. That game, I helped design the game, but it didn't. We took it out because it did not match the theme of the haunt. It was like an industrial waste scene. Mm-hmm. So now the speakeasy or the escape room matches the haunt theme this way. But the first one, I did help design the game itself. And I think we ran it for about 5 years before we changed over to the speakeasy. I did not design the game. Dave Neff designed it, and then Nettie had designed the set at the time.
Right. So, what is one of your favorite rooms that you created in this wonderful haunted town hall?
Say that again.
What is one of your favorite rooms, scenes that you have created? And please don't say the newest one that you just created. It's beautiful, but I know that there was an injury involved.
That is one of my favorite rooms. Nearly killed me doing, but and I won't give any details on a new scene right now, but that is one of my favorites. And then the doctor's office was, I don't know. Doctor's office, library scene. Those are two of my favorites.
I'll tell you, the library scene is awesome. Having the moving pieces that you actually have in there, and the little bit of surprises that you guys do have in there.
I don't think I helped.
let me just say
Maybe.
right now,
It's still
I
ugly.
was not expecting that. So I know what's going on now, but geez. So what's one of the things that you actually have at your haunt that you really want people to enjoy?
Everything, but I know one thing. I don't know. I really want them to enjoy everything, the detail of everything. Yeah, we put a lot of time between Nettie, Jim, or I in the detail and the scenery that I really want people to be able to get a good look at it as they're going through.
It seems like every single time I come over to visit you, and mind you, let me tell you, his haunt is 30 minutes from my haunt. So that is one of the coolest things. That's why I could answer almost any of these questions for him, and it makes it really hard not to be like, well, I know you're probably going to say this, but I know this haunt is so close to me, and it's a lot more passionate to me. But I want to point out that it is a really awesome haunt, and I have taken so much stuff from his haunt to be able to look at it and say, can I use it in mine? And that's what we do as haunters. But the detail in your stuff is absolutely amazing. The slight changes that you make to one room to make it bring out more of a pop. The sensors that you use in yours is awesome. And I will tell you that this haunt has a maze. And Ned, I want you to talk about this maze, because this maze is not like any other maze I've ever been through. And I've been through a lot of mazes.
The Tilted Maze, yeah. It's on an incline, so as you're going through it, you might be walking uphill, downhill, sideways, and tight squeeze throughout it, but it's I think a fun maze.
Yeah. It's surprisingly very, very fun. I like that maze.
And it's relatively short for a maze, but it's just big enough to get people mixed up in it.
Yep. So Friday, I know you're on here, but you got your microphone shut off.
Oh, my kid's in the background doing his usual things, and I brought the camera off. That way I could actually see what was happening instead of just listening.
Okay. So, you got any questions here? Because I
have a couple.
There you go.
Okay, I'm going to go with Sophia's first. She wanted to know what was the anything that you suggested that could make the costume, the outfits that haunters put on more fun or more scary and closer to their personality, if you had thoughts on that.
The costumes, we have trouble with. A lot of them will get destroyed quicker than, I don't know, we ever anticipated.
We know that feeling.
And we try to supply as much stuff, but sometimes I don't know what happens to them. Am I missing somehow? destroyed.
Yeah.
You find them all ripped up somehow.
You
But
find them in a wall.
yeah, tucked somewhere, and you'll find them like 5 years later when you go to tear out a room.
Hell, that feeling.
But
Nothing like that ever happens
yeah,
in any type of haunt. I want you to know, when a haunter breaks something, they will be the first one to come up to you and tell you, "I'm sorry, this is broken, and this is how it broke."
yeah.
Okay, I lied.
I believe that as much as my kids.
So
Like Dante lost a shoe. We did not find that shoe until we were moving out 2 years later. So yeah, I get the idea. Okay, the next question is, what is the most surprising thing you've learned haunting, or working at a haunt, or owning a haunt?
the credit card machine worked.
The most surprising thing I've learned owning, the cost, really. I think the cost was probably the biggest thing that surprised me when it come to trying to advertise, buying merchandise, all of that. Props, I knew, anything that we actually purchased was going to be expensive, but I knew that pretty much from the get-go. So we've always tried to fabricate as much as we can. Man, how many people, I don't know, it really didn't surprise me, I guess, but how many people can't read? Yeah.
One time.
What's your hours? It really didn't surprise me. I guess that one just aggravates me. But
Dude, I read your whole site. I read the whole entire Haunters Association site. It's easy. They just don't want to take the time because it's hard.
Yeah.
So
what
now
has been like your greatest joy?
The greatest joy of the haunt?
Of having the haunt, being at the haunt, haunting, any of it.
Given a place for people to go to, whether it's the customers or the actors, seeing people laugh and have a good time. The actors, it's a dysfunctional family, but they're all there because for one reason or another, they are there though because they feel they belong there, and it gives them somewhere to go.
One of the things that you said earlier, when you're talking about props, how early do you think you should buy a prop? That way you've got time to build around it, set it up, or whatever.
I don't know. We've built rooms and then found the prop to go to it a lot of times. Or we'll brainstorm an idea until we come across the prop and then start the room. But it all depends. Like the doctor's office, we were building the room, found the antique chair to go in the room after we started building the room. And then the distortions patient that we have in there, we found that after the room was already halfway done when we went to Midwest Haunters Convention. So we weren't even planning on it. But when we walked in and saw that at the time, we thought, that's got to go in there.
Yeah.
Other times we've bought and stuff and built scenes to go around them afterwards. Once we had them in our hands, then we knew, oh, now this is what we wanted them. We just didn't know how to incorporate them quite yet until we had them in our possession. Like the animatronic puppet that we use in the library scene. We bought it, did not have an exact scene yet, idea for it, until it showed up.
I can actually remember you say, "Hey, look what just arrived."
Yeah.
So, I do want to say that when you're doing stuff and you're looking at props and you're looking at this and that, one of the things that you really got to think about is that might be the coolest thing, but do you really have the room for it? Because some of these things take up a lot of space. And if you've got tight corridors, tight rooms, tight doors, perhaps having a 8-foot monster right on the air side of the door, or in some cases a Grim Reaper that, reaches out and touches me, might not be the best prop. But you got to make sure that you got a place for the things to go. Every time you go to Haunted Town Hall, you're greeted by the doorman. And if he's got a little time, he will give you one heck of a story.
Yeah. Yes.
If he ain't got that much time, it's more like, hey, it's nice to meet you. How you doing? But your doorman has always been really awesome, even when he was in a different scene. So right now, if you'd be so kind, please talk about your doorman.
That'd be my brother, Jim. He used to be, in the very, very beginning, 14 years ago, he did not want to be in the haunt. He decided, I'll come and I'll do maintenance while you're open. So he would run around behind the scenes trying to fix stuff the first year. And then next thing you know, he was hitting a drop window here, hitting a drop window there. And then I think by the end of that season, he was dressing up and coming in and working. He played a vampire librarian for a short time. So we had an older library scene years ago. And then when we created the doctor's office, he moved into that and ran that for, I don't remember how many years he did the doctor's office, until he had some health issues. So then the acting was too intense for him. But now he's moved outside, and now he's part owner too.
He is very good at telling the story. And I'll tell you what, there are so many people that get into your first room that they go busting back out the doors and do not get to see anything.
Yeah.
So right now we have some pictures here that the Magical Friday is going to pull up, and just tell us what we're looking at.
Well, that'd be me, Mayor Joseph there.
There we go. There, the picture cleared up.
Yeah, another variation of Mayor Joseph and Nettie when she was working as a doctor when she took over for Jim. And she did 2 years, 3 years.
I don't know. Some time.
Some time, yeah. And then here's a few of our actors. We're at a parade, and
Camden, Charlie, Josh.
yeah, Camden, Charlie, and Josh. And there's Nate in the back of Josh.
Hey, look, we know Nate. He's been on the show
Yes,
before
he has.
you.
Yeah. But yeah, it was a parade this year we did.
Is that the same parade that you tell me every year I should
Yes.
come? And you give me like 1 day notice?
That's because we don't remember until about the same time we'd let you know.
Now, just to remind everybody that Nate is one of the people that has been on our show. He plays, and I don't know if this is still exactly what he's doing, but he did play a hillbilly.
Yes, still does.
And he's in the hillbilly area. I don't want to tell you exactly what he does, but he's a great person, and as you can clearly tell, getting messy is not a problem for him.
Yeah.
Except for if you give him a whole bunch of spaghetti and meatballs. Then he kind of chickens out on that one.
Yeah, he did, I think, a little bit there, didn't he?
Oh, yeah, and then it was like so messed up when I grabbed a whole handful. And
That's
here's
an old-
pictures.
That's an old picture.
2004.
Yeah, 2004.
It's when I got a high school diploma.
Yeah.
Yeah, it don't look like that. You can actually see through the windows in that one.
Yeah, I think it says it up here.
And what's up with this picture?
This is Josh, the
Costume.
out of
This
costume.
is just what he does.
This is what he does. Eats
Shredded cheese on chocolate cake,
shredded cheese on chocolate cake.
and then forces other people to try it. And you know what?
Okay.
It ain't that bad. It's not that bad.
Okay, so when you sent me these pictures, I was like, I know what this is. I know what this is. I know what in living heck is this? And I was like, man, I'm going to get on the show this picture, and I have no idea what's going on with this.
Now I have a question.
Yeah.
This is for everybody here. Do you put whipped cream, ice cream, or cheddar cheese on your apple pie?
I don't like apple pie, so I don't do either.
Ice cream.
No, nothing. No apple pie. But
Okay,
listen,
Daddy, that is perfectly fine. What about pile?
Can we change it to pumpkin pie and we can be best friends?
Yes.
Yeah, the only reason I ask is because there are places where it's normal to put cheddar cheese on your apple pie.
Well, apparently it's cheddar cheese
Okay,
on
back-
your freaking cake.
Yeah, that was news to us.
We also put the chocolate cake in the chili that night, and it was actually really good.
This
Dude, it's normal to put chocolate in your chili in some countries.
yeah.
Germany.
Yeah.
9,
This is
9,
a-
9, 9, 9.
This is a little sneak peek at one of the new scenes. Just yeah.
That looks epic, though.
It's amazing. When you actually get to it, you look at it, it's amazing. By the way, I really thought this was Pinhead until I really looked at it and come to realize I know what scene that is, because that's not Pinhead.
No, not Pinhead. That's a couple of guys we have in the jail working. They worked really well together. Hopefully we can get them back in there together again.
Their brothers, Jaden and Alec.
Yeah, Jaden and Alec, couple brothers.
Their dad works the front door or front room.
But yeah, like Nettie said, their dad he's been with us for a few years now. I don't remember how long.
As long as I was the doctor. Yeah.
But he brings quite a few guys with him from up around Ottawa area. That was another one of our hillbillies at a previous picture. Barely see him though in the dark.
Yeah, I didn't have flashlights. I didn't want to flashbang them. I was trying to get videos.
It's Camden. I don't know who that guy is.
Look at that lady.
You know, it's really weird. This person actually has the same tattoos as someone else I know.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And there
So-
you can see a little bit of our scaffolding for the line outside.
Which is very, very considerate, because nothing is worse than going and saying, hey, I'm going to a haunted house that's inside of a building and I am soaking wet because I've been in the queue line.
Yeah.
I always love that photo.
This is the first picture you see when you look at the haunt up on Google.
I want to point out this picture right here. I always swore the reason he's so angry is because the ice cream truck went by and he couldn't get down the steps quick enough.
That could be true.
I mean, I've fallen down them steps, so I'm telling you, you don't go down them quick. And that is one of the best pictures. I loved it.
So cool.
Good
That
job,
was-
Betty. Good job.
Yeah, during an actual storm, caught that.
Mm-hmm. She was so proud of that picture.
There she is again when she was inside working as a doctor.
She's just beautiful.
Sure is.
Shut up.
Okay. So
That would be all the pictures.
when you're talking about haunted houses and you're talking about great people, I remember, and I'm going to just pull this out of my hat. I remember the OHA president looking at me and going, hey, I'm going to be up by your area. Would you like to go to a haunt? There's a pretty cool haunt, and we're going to go for their St. Patty's Day thing. I said, okay, let's do this. And he goes, okay. So we're going through, and he told me, he goes, if I can get through this one and then I can make the trip, maybe I'll make the trip clear over to Indiana. I said, it's St. Patty's Day and it's snowing. And he goes, yeah, maybe over Indiana's not the best thing. So we go to the Haunted Town Hall, and let me just tell you, I have never seen actors taking those little golden coins and flicking them at Max as much as I did that night. Everybody knew it was Max. Everybody this and that. Oh my gosh. Which started the friendship and the love of this haunt for me. And I will tell you, once in a blue moon, some item will randomly pop up like one of those gold coins. You have not done a St. Patty's Day in years and used those gold coins. But
No.
yet, they're
They're
still
still everywhere.
around. When you
They
do
are
a
everywhere.
holiday haunt, this is one of the things that absolutely amazes us that will always be left behind. And it's a great thing because when you're doing this, you can be in the kitchen, which, by the way, I love being in the kitchen, especially if I got my Tory bowl plunger. And I'll ask you if you would like to sample some of the brown pudding. But yeah, there's just every time you touch something and you take the time and this and that, even though you swear up and down, it is one of those times that is absolutely 100%. Oh, I'm rushing this. I gotta get this done. And it's like, it doesn't look like it got rushed. Oh, well, you could tell here and here. His haunt has so much great detail in it. You will not see all the detail because you're seeing everything. Everything's happening. Before we get into this next part, Ned, can you please tell them what is the smell in the kitchen?
Slaughterhouse.
Yeah, slaughterhouse. Although it smells more like
a dirty fucking cat box.
a dirty fucking cat box.
It is horrible. You walk in this room and you see this person at this table and they have this bowl. This bowl has been assaulted on that table so much that it's actually crinkling into the bottom. I have helped that bowl. Tried not to keep its shape. But I'm telling you, when you go through this haunt, there are areas that have been altered this way. I don't know. Do you? I know the one area got moved or redone, so I don't know if you have a fog area.
No, we do not have the fog area anymore.
Okay.
Not at the moment.
I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you what's in there right now, but I'm going to tell you, that fog room was so thick that you would walk in and have somebody in front of you and you lost that person because there's a freaking blinding light that hits that fog and just everything turns white. So we have a segment before we lose you. We have a segment on the show and we're going to go ahead and do this segment because I know that Friday is absolutely just dying to get these questions out. We have a special little guy that asks his mommy every single time. And these are random questions. But we're going to do the questions by this little guy, Dante.
He wanted to know what things you build just make you happy.
I think, yeah, everything.
Like him, everything he builds with all his blocks, he's just like, Mommy, look at this new thing I made. He found out there were kitchens in various places, so he wanted to know what you like to cook.
In the haunt, body parts, but
No, what you actually eat that you like to cook.
I don't really cook anymore. Nettie does it all. About anything that she cooks.
You're a liar. I cooked yellow chicken one time.
Okay, one meal so far.
I one time ruined an entire batch of chicken because I put a half a bottle of turmeric in it, not knowing I wasn't supposed to use that much.
It was a learning experience.
It was disgusting.
Yeah. But yeah.
Okay. He wanted to know, what do you like to dress as? Because he's going as the warden from Minecraft.
Oh yeah.
What is like all the things all your costumes? Which one's your favorite, basically?
I mean, I like the Mayor Joseph, but I've done some others on TikTok. I don't know, really. Yeah, I don't know.
There was one costume he did, and I thought it was an awesome costume. And let me just tell you that it was a great costume. He went as a groom in a wedding.
My favorite costume you ever wore is when you put on the dress. No.
Okay.
So-
Oh yeah, there were two more. What is your favorite candy?
Favorite candy? Reese cups.
Reese cups? Okay. And the last one, what is your favorite show?
Favorite chip?
Show.
Show. Okay. Sorry. Getting old, can't hear. Favorite show?
That's okay.
What's your? That's not a good
I don't-
excuse.
I don't really have a favorite show because we don't have TV.
Okay.
So
basically, what you should have asked him is, what is his favorite radio program that comes across his squawk box?
You don't listen to radio either.
That's a good question.
we got Amazon.
No, he does. Because there is a scene that there is a radio and it has that song playing.
Oh, in the cabin.
Yes.
What about it?
Yes.
That song.
Midnight? No. Hold on. Pause.
You're the one who found it.
I know. Shut up.
Please tell us about that radio.
Oh, God.
No, I'm serious.
Hang
This
on.
has got to be one of the best things about Haunted Town Hall that I just found out, and it just got added, and I'm yeah. And this is where Friday, I'm sorry, but you've got to hear this because this was done by Nettie, and this is amazing. She did a great job, and I was like, you've got to be crapping me when he explained what this was.
Okay. For all I know, he liked to repeat episodes of The Shadow.
The radio plays. What's the song?
What are we doing? What are we talking about here?
The radio.
I sorry, I was Googling what the song name was. I know who it's by, but
Yeah. The song is, well, you know about.
the song is called Mystery Rider. And it was a recorded tape player that was found in a tent left behind by a serial killer named Danny Rolling. And this is all true. This is all true. There's a serial killer named Danny Rolling who murdered a bunch of college kids or whatever in the 90s. And they found one of his campsites, and he had that song recorded on a tape player. And there was more songs, but they all sucked compared to that one. So I took that song that I found out of the archives of the internet and found other scary radio clips, I guess you want to say, and looped them all together and cut pieces out or whatever, all looped over this Danny Rolling song. And it just plays on a loop.
And then with
over and over.
Interruptions
about
Mayor
Lafayette.
Joseph and Lafayette. Yeah.
News articles about the mayor and all that.
So, mind you, Ned is right before Ned opens. I decide it's a great idea to go visit Ned and just see how he's doing, because a couple of weeks earlier went to go check on him and make sure he didn't fall down the ladder again, and he wasn't there, so I went to go check on him this time. Well, when I went to go check on him, he introduced me to this, and he was explaining this, and Nettie was explaining this, and I said, you've got to be kidding me. For this work of artistic talent being done by somebody that I will say it's artistic talent just because the recording was actually a good song versus the rest of the songs that was crap.
Yeah.
It sucks that it's a good song played by such a horrible person.
Right. It is. It really is. And he's explained this entire thing, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So this is one of the things that you go through Haunted Town Hall, and you're going through different scenes, and you come across this, and you might never know anything about this song, but there is so much horrible truth about that song. That's why I was like, no, we're talking about this because it is so messed up. But yes, I want people to go see Haunted Town Hall. I love this place. I brag about it all the time. You guys are awesome to our haunt. You guys are super awesome in telling people, hey, go visit us. We're only a half hour away. And when it rains, I like to go and pester your people as much as you like to throw me in random places. And I try to break your stuff because you didn't tell me I couldn't climb on it. That wasn't my fault. That was totally yours. You did not say don't climb that wall.
Well, yeah.
I'm a big guy, too. But yeah, so I just want everybody to understand how creative a haunted house is. And my question for you, and Nettie, if you want to chime in on this one, you can. Is there any advice you would love to give to brand new people that are thinking about joining the haunted house industry?
It is a lot more work than you think it is. A lot more work, physically and mentally.
Yes.
It's not just for fun. I mean, it is, but it's not.
That's all I could ever say too. It's a lot more work than most people realize.
We halfway through the season, you'll see a lot of people at ours drop off because they didn't realize the time and effort they have to put into it, which is okay. It's not. We don't think bad of them. It's just you don't realize. It's exhausting.
Yeah, it's exhausting scaring. It's exhausting operating the haunt. You're always worried, are people going to show up? Am I going to be able to pay my bills? Maybe I worry more about it than she does. I don't know. Okay. But
you know, I've told you this before, and I've told lots of people in this podcast many different times. That is never a concern with me, just because we're a charity haunt. But it is a real thing that you guys have to think about. If you want to go out and say, hey, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start a haunted trail. There's a lot of time, effort, and money into it. Yes. Hey, I want to scare this old building. There's a lot of time, effort, money, and fire code.
Fire code, building code.
Exactly. Yes. It's not a walk in the park. If you guys want to take the easy route in haunted houses, be an actor. Or if you want to take the really easy route, be a makeup artist. Because that is, as soon as you get done putting the makeup on people, you can kind of relax because you're not going to lose your voice.
I don't know. The stress of getting people painted in time.
Yeah, because that's
got me fucked all the way up. I'd rather not.
Okay,
Nettie also does majority of our face paint.
If it wasn't for Jordan starting this year, I don't think we'd be able to do it.
Yeah, and then once I get everything up and functioning before we open,
you paint 2 people.
Yeah, 2 to 4 max is all I get painted.
Well, we leave the butcher, the front room guy, and sometimes
Nate.
Yeah, sometimes Nate, because they're the same look every time, and Ned's got it down. Us other 2 don't have it down, so we don't really know.
Yeah, but getting people in makeup actually before, that's pretty stressful.
Before I do want to touch on makeup real quick here. I will tell you guys, when you're doing makeup, everybody has their own style. Everybody has their own way of doing it. And you guys will agree, right? Everybody's got a different style. When you're trying to match a style of a different person, it makes it kind of hard to do because your style is always going to be a little different. Every single time I have come to Haunted Town Hall and I've had makeup applied to me, I have stood there and Ned's like, okay, we're going to do you. And it's like, well, what are you going to do with me? and he makes it so quick and easy. And I look at myself in the mirror and I go, I think I look a lot better like this. Because yeah, this is an ugly mug. I don't know why he puts all the makeup on if he wants to scare people. But yeah, his artistic talent is awesome. Her artistic talent is amazing. I cannot say enough about these two that have worked together and brought every single one of these characters to life through their makeups. But the actors are truly the ones that they give the performances. They're the ones that have to show what Haunted Town Hall actually is. And trust me, even though my character sneaks in there and just almost tears up a freaking kitchen or butcher shop or whatever, I'm just going to say I have a really great time doing it. It's just that smell in that room just catches me off guard every freaking time.
It's disgusting.
It's great.
No. It's no.
But by the way, where do you find that smell?
Isn't it Froggies? Pretty sure it's Froggies. Maybe?
Might be.
I don't know. We have like 3 different brands.
So, let me
I think it might be.
correct me if I'm wrong. This comes in a little bottle that has a time sprayer on it, right?
No,
It's
handheld spray. You have to manually spray it, so it gets all over
Oh.
you. You go and spray the room.
well, there is a dispenser in there that
Oh, yeah, that's right. I think it's dried up though, isn't it?
we'll go and spray it with the handheld bottle. We need to buy new cups to put in it, but to come with a cup with some, the oil in it. But yeah, a lot of times we just take the spray bottle and
No, we make Jim do it.
we make Jim do it.
We don't want to smell like that.
But yeah, we'll refreshen the scent cups.
Refreshing. Disgusting.
And I don't know how in the heck you keep that smell in that room. And it doesn't go into any other room. It hits you like a freaking ton of bricks. I mean, as soon as you see the first dangling head, that smell already has hit you.
Yeah, and I mean, a lot of the other rooms have scents too, but they're not as
Because you can shut the doors on that one.
fantastic as that one.
You know, Ken. So, real quick, do me the biggest huge favor. And what is your dates that you got that you're running every whatever day? And give information about your haunt. That way people know a little bit about what they're getting into. Like, what's your price? What's this? Can you do online?
All right, the Haunted Town Hall is open every Friday and Saturday now through November 1st. We open at 7:30 and we stop selling tickets at midnight. General admission is $15 with an additional $5 so you can play our 5-minute escape room. We will have food trucks the rest of the season also while you're waiting in line. We are open when it rains. We have the covered waiting.
We have a trivia game you can play while you're waiting in line.
Yes, we have trivia games that you can play while you're waiting in the queue line.
And this is new, by the way. That is new.
And you can win a few prizes with that. Yeah.
And then you get to check out this really cool hearse that needs to get a little more repairs done on it before it eats all of its tires off. But it's a really nice hearse. And if it's got the little blinking lights on it, you will love the blinking lights because I know where those came from too.
Okay, now I need a picture.
Of the hearse?
Yes.
Hold on. Hold on.
She's digging through her archives looking for it.
She'll
Okay,
find it.
because I'm in Texas. I won't get the joy of coming yet.
I gotta get back
So-
into. Hold on.
One more question while she's looking at this and trying to find it. By any chance, are you thinking at all about doing a out of season haunt this year into 2026? Unless you're doing Christmas, then it's 2025 yet.
We will not do Christmas.
Yeah, we will not do Christmas. Don't know. We haven't really discussed it yet.
We always figure it out like a month before we open.
But yeah, we'll have to wait and see.
Feel like things just went ping.
A picture.
Hey, a picture is better than no picture.
Hang on. Damn well, Jim's messaged us since then.
But yeah, absolutely. You guys over in the where are we? West, right? We're west, right? Yeah, west. If you're in the western part near the I-75, highly recommend it because boy, I can't remember. Ironic thing is, if you guys decide that you guys want to go up I-75, yeah, there's a picture of the wonderful hearse.
Okay.
If you guys are down in the
Thank you.
Cincinnati area and you guys want to travel this way, just remember you're pretty much going to the center in the middle because I-75 is pretty much between Cincinnati and Toledo, and my haunt is actually the middle of that monstrosity we call I-75, and his ain't too far north. So please take a little opportunity, even if you don't see it this season, go see it next season, because it is a really wonderful art piece. The makeup is truly artful, and yeah, so just want to thank you guys very much for coming on the show and finally showing up. I mean,
Yeah.
it by the way, it was almost a year that Nate was on the show, and you said, "Oh yeah, I'll be on the show." You just gotta keep reminding me. But you know, we understand. Haunters are busy. I hope that you guys have a wonderful haunting season, and I hope everybody goes out and enjoys. Let's be honest. Not everybody's going to go through and enjoy every single haunt, but this is one that there's so much for so many different people as you go through that it is worth it. And I'll tell you, there are so many foam skulls in that one area. That had to be such a pain in the butt to make. But
it is.
So this time we're going to do our commercial break, and when we return, these two lovely people will disappear like a bad dream.
Alrighty.
So stay tuned
Thank
with
you
us.
so much
And
for being here.
Thank you for having us.
thank you for showing up.
I knew that was coming. Alrighty.
Greetings and shabebans. We are the Retro Reductibus Cephala Podcast, a long-form bi-weekly show that celebrates all the things that made growing up awesome.
Well, that sounds good, but I don't know what all those words mean.
I think what Parasite Steve's trying to say is that on Retro Reductibus, we explore a range of retro goodness, from toys, video games, and movies, to cartoons, and even snacks and school lunches.
Oh. And we do it all with a positive spin, a slew of killer guests, and some very adult language.
And you know what else is cool?
No.
This crazy show is part of the Door King Podcast Network with new episodes every Tentacle Tuesday.
What's that?
And if waiting 2 weeks for a new episode gives you a sad, know that we drop bonus episodes all the time, like the off-format Crow's Nest and an interview series we call The Brig.
You can listen to Retro Octopus on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, or any app that's cool enough to carry the only show that celebrates all the things that make growing up awesome.
Hey everyone, I'm Maximus Christian Bryant, President of the Ohio Haunters Association, and you are watching Chainer's Haunted Secrets on the Owlite Network. And I wanted to invite you all to come see the Ohio Haunters Convention on May 9th and 10th in 2026 at the Ohio State Reformatory in Mansfield, Ohio. See you there.
So I know it looks like I am by myself and I'm big and this and that, which is kind of scary. But I do have Friday. She's on here with me. She just her computer's screen just ain't working. So I want to welcome everybody back. We are officially into October. Not only are we officially into October, I want to say how awesome it is that we are at the point where if you have not been thinking about haunted houses, what are you doing? Because they're starting to pop up, this and that. It says Ohio has 144 haunted houses that are operating this year. This is given to us by Scare Factor. Scare Factor is a group that likes to go out there and try finding these haunts, giving the biggest listings. The closest one to here in Ohio on the number scale is California, and they have 137. Yay. Congratulations for taking second place. As we were coming back, we heard the message from Maximus Christian Bryant, the president, as he always does that, the president of Ohio Haunters Association. And a great thing about Ohio Haunters Association is that they will be having the convention in 2026.
That is epic.
Now, it is really hard as a haunt owner, a haunt operator, a haunt actor, a haunt everything, not to talk about your haunt. And since you have a show that deals everything with haunts, it is really hard to just not be like, hey, come check mine out. But I have made it a personal mission, as much as I possibly can, to make sure that I go ahead every single time I can. And she disappeared again. But I made a personal
I'm
mission
still
of
here.
mine. Did anybody else hear the voices? I swear I hear voices. But anyway, I make it a personal mission of mine to do my very best in taking the opportunities that I have been given to talk about different haunts. There are plenty of different haunted attractions out there right now, and that's one of the greatest things. You have cornfields, you have haunted houses, haunted schoolhouses, haunted barges, haunted boats, haunted orchards. There's plenty of different types of haunted trails, but no single one is going to be exactly the same. And if you think, oh, this one's just like everything else, that's an incorrect statement. I would love to go to every single one. I was able to this year go to Forsaken Forest, which we've had on the show before, and man, that is a really awesome haunt to go to. Like I said, I've been down to Dayton, to Hell's Dungeon. I've been over to Columbus. Carnage actually got a new name. It was bought out this year, and the new name is Columbus Scream. So go over there to Columbus Scream. Go over there and tell them I said hello. For some reason, if you look at them and say, hey, I watched this podcast, it'll be very interesting because, it's always great to hear that people are saying, hey, we watch your podcast. I was actually on a podcast for someone else the other week, and we got the opportunity to talk about everything I do in the haunted house industry. And if you don't know, I am one of the board members for the Ohio Haunters Association. And it's great because I love doing it. One of the things I want everybody to understand is I try my hardest to be a person that is for every person in the haunted house industry. And that's always great because when you're going through haunted houses, you never know what you're going to get into. Give every haunted house a opportunity. Try going through everything because this being done, yeah. So I will tell you that there are different haunted houses or different groups, different groups that go through haunted houses and they do a rating system. I have always been interested in the rating systems, but there again, I want every rating system to be as fair as it can be from one to another haunt. And it is really hard to look at a rating system and say, I trust your rating system. Just because some people don't play by the rules. And so, when you're looking at these Google reviews and you're looking at these different things and this and that, take some time to look at the nastiest reviews that you can see on there and possibly think that might be put on there by a haunt that has competition. And I say that because, that would never happen. No other haunt would ever give another haunt a bad review. Right, Friday? That would never happen.
Oh, no, that would never happen. Stuff like that doesn't happen in real life.
And when you're looking at businesses, that is exactly one of the biggest problems that haunted houses have. Because it is 6 weeks. It is 8 weeks. It is 4 weeks of just haunting. You're competing with everybody else to get people through the door. And if you're a business haunt and not a charity haunt, of course, Now, me being a charity haunt, I absolutely understand. Yeah, I want to get people through that door. But I also want you all to know that I am not going to put another haunt down. And one of the key things that we do on this show, we do not allow one haunt to talk about another haunt in a negative way. We've never had a person do that, but we all agree that if that gets done, we have to apologize to everybody, and we might have to get rid of a guest. As we start searching for guests, and we have guests on the shows and this and that, that's one of the fears that we actually have. Is this person going to be one of those people? So we want to bring a quality show to you guys. We all agree that it should be a quality show. Here in 2 weeks, we have a person that is a very interesting situation here because he's not a haunter. I think he does home haunts. But it is one of the people from the Cleveland Haunter Club, which is awesome. I have the utmost respect for those guys. I would never be able to get my tail up.
Hey, start back from he was not a haunter.
I don't think he's a haunter right now.
Because you had glitched out.
Oh, I glitched. Oh.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Start back from he's not a haunter and then continue because you disappeared.
Oh, I didn't even know I disappeared. Maybe I disappeared off of your computer. Anyway, so the person that we have coming up here in 2 weeks, he is not a traditional haunter. He is part of the Cleveland Haunters Club. And the reason that we want to talk to them is because Cleveland Haunters Club is absolutely doing some amazing things. They have events twice a year. They have one that is called the Haunters Garage Sale, and the other one is called the Haunters Flea Market. It's both up in Cleveland. He invited OHA, Ohio Haunters Association, to come up, talk to them, talk to us. And it was just amazing just being able to do this. I hope that we get the invite once again. That way I can make that trip and go up. Perhaps our podcast can be up there. But one of the biggest things is the Haunters Club. It's home haunters. And we've had home haunters here on this show. OHA is starting to do little things, and it says, "We love your home haunt. Share it with us, Ohio Haunters Association on Facebook." These cards get passed out. I got more than anybody else just because they get printed off my computer. I feel like as we go around the United States and we start talking about these different haunts, we need to make sure that perhaps we get some cards and just go and say, "Hey, would you like to post a picture on Chainer's Haunted Secrets?" Because I want to see it on OHA as much as I want to see it here on Chainer's Haunted Secrets. When it comes down to the haunted house industry, no one person is going to have the best out of the best, because you are looking at everything with great detail. Some home haunts have slipped over from a home haunt into a professional haunt, and that's amazing. When you think that you're big enough and it's no longer just a Halloween party for you, you want to really take it to the next level, absolutely give it a shot. This last year, we've been able to do a lot of different things. Had some great people on here. And I do want to remind everybody, hey, if you're a haunter or you're a person that likes the haunted house industry and you're able to, please go to www.letscarecancer.com. And I'm wearing the shirt tonight. Most of the time I have a pen or something. I've got something running around here with that. Please think about making a small donation. These go to helping haunters that have cancer. We learned a lot about this in one of the shows that we had. And there's a lot of things that we are always excited to do. And I know that my haunt, being a charity haunt, does work with people with cancer. We also work with different programs, this and that. And I'm very, very proud of my haunt. One of the things that you're going to realize is some haunts are able to do big shows. And the bigger your show, the more people that talk about it, the more actors that you're going to want, or the more actors you're going to get that want to be part of your haunt. Ours being a charity haunt, it's kind of backwards. We got the people, but there's a lot of people that don't know who we are or what we're doing. So what we do is we actually take the opportunity and we invite people to go ahead and come out to our haunt and give it a shot. We don't guarantee you're going to make it a night. In fact, some people don't make it a night. I've had 2 of them in the same night have to leave early because they just couldn't do it. And that's perfectly fine. Ours is not a job. You don't get paid. Some haunts, you get paid. One of the key factors I do want to point out is advertise. Advertise, 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 advertise. Did I say advertise yet? Maybe we should put a scrolling bar or a scrolling thing underneath me that says if you're a haunting or a haunt, advertise. Advertise, advertise.
Yes.
There is one of the key factors about...
Can I please add one thing on the previous thing you said? Some haunts have buildings that are like old, like previously used as like the town jail, and then they built the bigger one like next to it or down the street, and they have this tiny space, and these haunts take this tiny space and they make it amazing. Please count those people in.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Don't look at... I have been really amazed. One of the best characters I've ever come across is a guy that had a Jack-in-the-Box that he glued the lid shut. So it played the do constantly over. And what made me laugh about this is this guy followed me through a maze. Absolutely followed me through a maze. And he wasn't very scary, but he was very entertaining to me. So please don't count out haunts because they come up some really interesting things. I've seen people in gorilla suits. I have seen people in tinfoil suits. I do not recommend tinfoil suits. Oh no, not the tinfoil suit. But everybody has other things. Everybody has things that people are going to be like, oh, look at that. Right now, one of the people that we have that keeps on surprising people is just in a camouflage netting. And people go and they make comments about, oh, I wish that there was somebody in here. That would be scary. And it's like, yeah, that would be scary. And the person jumps up and he goes and yells at them. And then people's like, I didn't even know you were there. So just think about this kind of stuff when you're going through a haunt. Give it a shot. If they say they're a charity haunt, take the opportunity, go through it. You might be pleasantly surprised. If you're a haunt actor, pass your knowledge. Seriously, just take the opportunity, pass the knowledge along. If you're a haunt owner, work with other haunts. Find a way to partner. Find a way to do a lot of things. There are some haunts that are close enough that they actually do a bus tour. Like the bus goes and gets people from one haunt. They go from there and they go to a next haunt and they do haunt jumping. We've talked about that. Terror Tours just did theirs last week, or it's coming up this week. I don't know which one, but Terror Tours was able to do theirs this year. And I highly recommend everyone to just take an opportunity to go through haunted houses. There's too many scary things in the world going on right now for you not to have a enjoyable controlled haunt or a controlled scare. And if you're one of the haunt, or you're one of the people that go through a haunt, you're a guest. Remember, you're a guest in their house. You do not have to make some of the remarks that you'd make. You chose to pay the money to go through. If you thought it was going to be a lot better than what, you paid for, you took a chance. Be respectful. And I'm telling you right now, don't mouth off to people and say, well, I could be scarier than that, because you're going to end up with an application in your hand. I've done it every single time.
Even if I'm not scared, or if I'm just like startled, I'll just say thank you and move on, because I'm just like, whoa, okay, that was cool. It be respectful, because they worked hard to get this going. What they did, and it's every like 3 to 4 minutes, and they have practiced on these characters. They have built this haunt. Please give them their due for even trying, even if you're not impressed. They work their asses off. I am just, dude, I can't wait till Saturday.
Yeah. One of the things I will point out is a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of money goes into the haunted house industry. If you have not figured this out, the haunted house industry is one of those haunted house industries, or it's a industry that makes more money than any other holiday industry. Makes more than Christmas. And it's probably because a defective short circuit light bulb is probably $16. It's got a good thing. Some of the stuff that is normally around, we're not finding. It's hard to find stuff now. And I think some of that has to deal with some of the stuff that's going on. I do not want to bring up why I think it's happening. I just want to bring up that, hey, there's a legit situation that some of the things that we know, we probably are not finding so much. One of the things I want to post as soon as I can, and as soon as I do have the dates on here. As I mentioned, I was on a podcast for a different network, and I'm going to say, hey, it's pretty awesome being able to do this. So, let me look at here. So the podcast was called the Jellyfish Manifesto. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. You can find
Jellyfish
this.
Manifesto looks cool.
Yeah. So you can find this on YouTube. It is not part of our network. But they were awesome enough to have me come on. They were awesome enough to actually ask that I talk about my show here, Chainer's Haunted Secrets. It will be posted October 16th at 7 o'clock. Really great guys over there. So I want to say something here, and I want everybody to know this, okay? The one gentleman, I asked him what kind of accent he had, okay? Me not being mean or anything like that. He actually informed me he had a speech impediment when he was younger, and this is the best he's been able to come. I really thought he was speaking English, but coming from German. And he's done a wonderful job of being able to talk and this and that. So, you know what? My hat goes off to him. He did a wonderful job, along with the other fellow on there. And I'm sorry, I'm really bad at names. I know one is named Eric, and they have a nice little table that they actually do that podcast on. So one of the questions was, or the question that was posted, hey,
I figured it
what
out
happened?
finally.
Oh my
I
gosh.
don't know.
We are an hour and 30 minutes into a show, and she actually shows up. No, she's been here the entire time. She's been fighting it. It's a new computer. But she figured it out finally. But like I said, this other podcast I was on, I highly recommend you go check it out. These guys actually do it, and they ain't too far away from me. So they actually asked me if I would come on theirs on a couple other shows. Absolutely. I invited them to come on one of our shows, and it's the Padded Cell, because Padded Cell just seems like a great show to have these gentlemen on, because we ain't got no script on that one. But yes, so just take the opportunity, go to haunts, check out other stuff. Let's talk about pricing. This is very important. If you are haunting on a budget, and I say you're going to be a guest on a budget, you need to do your research, okay? Some places, if you pay cash, you get a discount, okay? It's the nature of the beast. Other places, you pay with card. Excuse me. It's been a long week for me. Jeez, I am so sorry. You seen it? You should have shut out. I should have shut my camera off. Anyway, when you are looking at everything, you need to understand, number one, how far away is this place? Number two, is there parking? Number three, do I know how to get to this parking? Because some of these places, they don't have it exactly right there. And number two, on that one, they might put you in a field and put you on a wagon and transport you to the haunt. That has been done. That is
fun.
Awesome.
I love that. That was so cool. And then the haunters would come up to the cart as you're going down the lane. It was great.
Right. Also remember, the haunted houses from the 1990s and early 2000s are not the same haunted houses now.
No.
That has changed. A lot of things have changed. Frankenstein does not freak people out. I like seeing Frankenstein, but he doesn't freak people out. So.
Not anymore, no. There's quite a few books written about how he's not scary and he's very good at being the best boyfriend ever.
Oh, jeez, criminy. So is Mothman. Let's bring up Mothman right now. Mothman has more videos, books, that Mothman is the stud muffin. Don't even, no. We shall not take our monsters away from their roots.
No. That is why
Monsters
I'm writing
are
the new
monsters.
series about death and the monsters and cryptids.
Hey, you know what? Let me just tell you right now. You want a scary situation? Be a farmer. That is terrifying.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just telling you. Because there just might be more coming out about that, too. Now, Friday. Ooh. I want you to talk about something that's coming out. I don't know if you can talk about something, but
I can talk about it.
Then talk about it.
Okay, we have 2 anthology, a duo set that is coming out. Killing Stroke, Imminent Bloodbath, and Killing Stroke, Buried Secrets. And
I didn't even pay attention to which one I'm in.
I think
The
you're
Buried
Imminent
Secrets?
Bloodbath? Or Buried Secrets? I don't know. I can't remember. Dude, I've been jumping back and forth between all of them. Guys, come to the Fae Corpse Book Club, and all throughout the month, we are doing crime scene education graphics to go with the theme, and little teasers from the books and the bios of the authors. Those are going to be showing up in the group and on the page. And please, he has this story called I Am an Artist. And he makes art from people. And I have 2 poems. One is The Huntress, where this lady has decided, I'm done with these creeps. They're not going to be a problem for anyone else ever again. You know, the creeps at the bar that just don't take no, and they'll pop your tires because you said no. Yeah, those freaks. Those jerks. And then there's my ode to Uncle Jim's Cabin by Raz T. Slasher. And it's how I imagined people coming onto his land are found and taken care of. And yes, he does know about it. I had him read it. And dude, there's so many more. Drops of Blood by David Cornfield. I think it's Cornfield. It's something. It's a new name. He's an awesome author. Bayard Jargle sucks the energy out of people to keep living. And then he finds out about what he can do with those powers by a woman he meets at this by chance. And there are so many other things, like angels and truckers and men who just got mad of everything going wrong and killed and decided to kill the people who lied. It is so worth it. Please come read it and come join the party in the group. Fae Corpse Book Club. Everybody's invited.
Right.
And yes.
Go ahead. You're on a roll. Here, I'm going to do the Jenny.
Dude, I wanted to tell you guys about the 2 closest haunts to me. The Gothic Jail After Dark is that really, it seems like it is a smaller prison compared to the one beside it. The jail, the one next to the town hall there in DeRitter. But they lead you keep circling all around and you get lost. But you see so many amazing people. And then this one screamer lady, you can hear her across town over the bar that is blasting live music. That lady deserves an award. And then the Texas Maze After Dark. I have not been able to go because they've been shut down for the past 4 years. So when I moved here, I had to wait. This weekend, this year's the year. I'm going to go find out about their haunt, and I'm going to tell you guys about it later. Like always, you'll see the pictures from the front, and any of the haunters coming through the queue line, you'll get to see them, and I'm just looking forward to this. Okay, now you can continue. I had to tell about how happy I am about both those haunts.
So let me ask you this, Friday, since we're not reviewers, and nor do I want to be a reviewer, because there are some reviewers out there that are attacking other reviewers. And I say that, and that's happening not too far away from me, and I think that that's very, very disrespectful and kind of disgusting. Let me ask you this.
I agree wholeheartedly.
Do you think it's a possibility of you going through your haunts and finding out who is your favorite actor in that haunt?
It is. You can go through and you can find out your favorite actor. I can find out who my favorite actor, but also, guys, even though you're not reviewers and you can just go through the haunt, please tell about all the things you liked on like Google reviews and Facebook reviews, so other people will want to come. Tell about that haunter that had that one thing that you liked or that scene that you loved. Because I don't care who you are, you will go through a haunt and you'll be like, that is one of the coolest scenes, or that is the coolest character I've ever seen. Tell about that, please.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me just say, I've only been able to go through one haunted house this year. It was really amazing, and I know as of right now, if I had someone to pick, I would absolutely shout this person out, because what they did was so out of my mind of something I would have done. So what I'm going to do is, when we get into November, I'm going to see if I can pull a picture up of this wonderful gentleman, because I have ways. And I will go ahead and look at it. I will look at it and see if I can, in November when we do a show, see if I can find a great pick. But I challenge you to do the same. See if you can talk to him and tell him, hey, this is what's going on. This person is my pick at your haunt, and we want to go ahead and see if we could get a picture of this person and show it on the podcast. How's that sound?
That would be awesome, because I am going to keep bothering both these haunts until I can get them on the show.
Yeah,
so
that'd
other
be
people
awesome.
can see why Louisiana and DeRidder, Louisiana, and Vidor, Texas, the closest haunts to me, are worth going to.
Right. So what I'm going to also say is, I need to take a Sunday and I need to go down to the river. And I think it's funny because I can say, I'm going to take a Sunday. I'm going down to the river. I want to go USS Nightmare. I've talked to them.
I want to go to the USS Nightmare.
I've talked to them. They said yes, they want to be on the show. They've not got a hold of me at a later time. So I think I need to just go down there and go through. And as I'm doing it, I think I might have exactly what I told you I want to do, because I ran out of time to get them shipped to you. But I can absolutely do something in the future with you and just hand out a couple of these cards that says, I like your haunt, and I would like it to be on our show. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And I have Outlight business cards. And with these Outlight business cards, I have not gotten people to hit us back. So it is time to go to the haunts. Go to the front lines and confront the monsters.
Yes.
But please go out, support your local haunted houses, no matter how big, no matter how small. The bigger they are, the more supply or response they're going to get. So think about going to the smaller ones.
If I can
What's
find
that?
them, I'm gonna go.
You've got, yeah. What's that? You got somebody in your neighborhood that likes to do a home haunt? Please go ahead and say something to them and say, "Hey, I think that you need to post some pictures." And Jenny, do we have a Facebook group?
Yes, Chainers Haunted Secrets is our Facebook group, and chainershauntedSecrets@gmail.com is an email that we are, or you could just send them to us through Messenger. Either way.
Right. So I want you guys all to take that in consideration. My ADHD is killing me tonight. I have looked at everything that is on my board, and it is really hard for me to focus on anything. But I am very happy to be able to focus enough that we brought you this show. And it did not take any letters or numbers, because we brought to you,
make it as easy as possible for you.
Yes, so we don't have to say, this show is brought to you by the letter 1 and the number 37. No, you heard me. I'm not correcting it. The letter
show
1
is brought to you by the letter H and the number all. H for haunters and the number all are welcome to join us.
See, I think that statement made my brain hurt even more.
H for haunters.
The letter H and the number all.
Don't you agree? The number all?
If that's the case, we should make a number like pi. Because that is 3.1415, and it goes on and on and on and on and on and on. And for you to use pi, you actually almost have to round it, because one of these numbers needs to stop, for Pete's sakes. But I do remember
that is why we got
3.1415 back in 2015, March 14th, 2015. It was awesome. It was 3.1415. Yep. But whatever. It's how my brain operates. I am so sorry that you have to deal with my brain sometimes. But let me just tell you right now, we are very, she's using it against me. I'm just telling you, she's using things against me. Do. At least it's not this bad yet.
Well, it took me the majority of the show, but I figured out how to get this working, and now I figured out how to get that working.
Right. So, Friday, do we want to... do we even know what we're going to talk about here in 2 weeks? Wait. No. Here in 1 week, we do know what we were talking about.
You were going to force a man to come on the show with us. Or we're both going to pester the hell out of him.
Nope. I am not going to force him. If he doesn't want to be part of the fun crew, he doesn't need to be part of the fun crew. But I am going to jump off here. We are going to wrap everything up. And I do want you to understand, Chainers Field of Screams is a charity haunt, and we are open every Friday and Saturday until the end of October, and last day is November 1st. This is a very special year because we've never done November 1st. And tickets are $12. You bring a non-perishable food item, you can go ahead and get $2 off. If you're an OHA member and you bring your ID, you get $5 plus free popcorn. That's a heck of a deal. And I also want you to know that Chainers Field of Screams, we have a very limited ticket window opening from 7:50 is when the tickets open until 10:30.
That's pretty damn good, though.
It's only 2.5 hours of a window. And the reason that we do that is because we are volunteers. We have a whole bunch of volunteers. But we do want you guys to take the opportunity. Come see us. If you're in Ohio, Indiana, Michigan, Kentucky, if you guys want to make the trip, it's not too far from other haunted houses. We have proven that if you go and start at one haunted house, you can make it through 3 of them in one night. Go look at our Facebook for Chainers Field of Screams, and it'll tell you what 3 haunts and where you should start to be able to get into 3 haunts. Friday, anything else you got?
Okay, if you guys do decide to come to the 2 haunts I have told you guys about, the admission's $20 at both haunts. I don't know if you get any discounts because I just now have gotten the ability to go see said haunts this year. But either way, it's going to be worth it. It's going to be worth it to go see any haunt that's close to you.
That's so true. So please take the opportunities. I know not everybody is a haunt fan, and I understand that. But please, 'tis the season. And there's a lot of charity haunts out there that help with a lot of things. Before we conclude tonight's show and we go into everything, I have some great, absolutely awesome news. So, a while back, our haunt was able to do something pretty dang amazing. And I could not be happier for our haunt to do this. A little girl was born, and her liver did not properly work right. So what they did was they said, hey, we need to go ahead and give her a liver transplant. Brand new baby, and this happens. It's a terrible thing, we all know. Our haunt was told about it. We decided that we were going to do something. So we went ahead and we donated $500 straight to that family for whatever they needed to do. If they needed traveling costs to get to the specialist for this, if they needed money for whatever. I am excited to say that this little baby did get the liver transplant. When she got the liver transplant, 5 years later, she was able to come through Chainers Field of Screams, No Boo Trick or Treat. So yes, 5 years old, and she is able to go through this No Boo Trick or Treat. It was really awesome. My mother cried and cried and cried. She was very emotional because she has absolutely watched this child through the years over Facebook and how the child's journey has been. But knowing that we were able to do a little part to help is one of the main reasons that we need everybody to know why we do what we do. It was asked to me a long time ago, how much money do I actually get for doing this? And I will tell you right now, I am a volunteer as much as anybody else. Also, speaking of that dear mother of mine that had the opportunity to give life to me. Thank you very much for that. Today is her birthday. Happy birthday, my mother. And
Happy
I know.
birthday, Mom. Thank you for making the children that you made. And thank you for the hard work you do every day.
I want to point something out. I am not the favorite child. I am like number 4 in a litter of 2. My sister beats me. My brother-in-law beats me. The dog beats me. And it's okay. Because I was able to run into her house tonight and sing happy birthday. Was this expected? No. What's not really expected was I remembered it was her birthday. I will totally forget next year, but I remembered it was her birthday. I don't remember birthdays to save my butt. I barely remember mine. But no matter what, I was excited about it. So, yes, happy birthday, my dear mother. Anybody that sees my mother, make sure, yeah. And if you say happy birthday in the comments below, I'm going to tag her and say, see this? People said happy birthday. But that means that you actually stayed and paid attention to the show this long, and it's okay. So, I am going to start the procedure. First, I am going to inform Jenny Friday that we are done. That means there is a button that you get to press.
Okay,
Anything you want to say before you press it. Yeah.
Thank you for coming. We love you. Hold on a second.
She can't find the button.
No, I found the button. I just had to tweak the button.
You got to hit it 5 times, don't you?
No, I have to find the thing that's supposed to play.
Well, it should play